Hi guys, so after a year of sitting on a shelf, yeah, I started painting this Lord of the Rings box set. Obviously it's a game you can play, but I got it purely for the miniatures just because, well, I wanted to make a diorama using these miniatures. So yeah, so I painted these up just a few days ago, and as you can see, yeah, I painted them on the sprue, which worked really well, really easy. As they're all sort of the same sort of colours, it just made it so simple and quick to, yeah, paint them on a sprue rather than cutting them fully off. So I've got the heroes here, and I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to basically cut off the top knobbing bits that keeping everything together, but then yeah, paint them on a sprue. Obviously this guy, yeah, he'll come off the sprue and be painted later. So the bases, well, I don't need any of them. As I say, my plan all along with this box set was purely to make a diorama from it, not to play the game at all. As yeah, there's only a few games I actually play. Say all these miniatures, I just love painting them, love the look of them, and say in some cases, yeah, I'm going to make a diorama with them. So like before, all I'm going to do is cut off the top part of the sprues, but yeah, keeping the bottom bit. As I say, it was so nice and easy to have them all in one place, rather than taking them all off and stick them all on separate painting handles. So whenever possible, I do prefer batch painting. It's so much quicker, especially when obviously everything's in similar colours. There's a lot less changing the colour, messing about, cleaning brush, all the rest of it. So yeah, these guys do have a few bits that need gluing on, but that's not too bad. There's him, and there's a couple of guys here with bits for their arms, so just glue them on as well. So there was a lot of comments in my last video, well, about 3 or 4 I think, of people saying, oh, what about the mould lines? You're not going to be able to live with them. One thing I didn't show in the other video was me doing what I'm doing here, and that's cleaning up. Cleaning up any mould lines or any connecting bits that were connected to by the sprue where I cut it. So I did clean it up in the last video, but because I didn't show that part, yeah, there's a lot of comments about, oh, mould lines. So yeah, that's why I'm including the little bit of footage here of me going around tidying up. To be honest, there wasn't mould lines there. There wasn't really any mould lines at all. The only thing there was a bit of, I say, was where the sprue was connecting onto the miniatures from above. So yeah, there you go, guys. I don't always, I mean, I do video most of the stuff that I do, but there are occasionally little bits that I don't video because they're like, well, there's no real point, or the camera just gets in my way when I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing. So there we go, no mould lines. And these guys are going to be slap chopped. They are quite small, but it does still seem to work relatively well on small miniatures, which is pretty cool, because obviously this is my go-to. If it didn't work well, then yeah, I would have just primed these probably in white, and then still gone over with the speed paints, as yeah, I'm always going to use speed paints. I do have the Fanatic war paint range. I do like using them occasionally, more so when I do the comic book style. But obviously my general sort of go-to painting style will always be speed paints, or the dipping inks, or contrast paints, whatever paints it is that I'm, well, currently using. So there we go, yeah, good old dry brushing, everything's looking good. I've got most of the colours I think I'm going to use. That's kind of generally how I like to work. Obviously I've got the cards, which is pretty cool, because then I can have a go at painting them, well, how they're meant to look. So that's why I sort of pick out all the paints first. But yeah, sometimes there are a few paints that I need to get out or change. So yeah, like I did with the other little guys, I'm going to paint, well, basically everything that's got blue in it, as in that's what I'm painting first. I'm going to go through and paint, well, that on all of them. So that's why with the cards, so the cards really helped out so much here. Because every time I picked up a colour, I went through the cards, saw each person that required that colour, and then yeah, did the sort of same to them. So they also have the blue cloaks, which is pretty cool. So say this will be a diorama, and again, this is why I am terrible for this. I get ideas of what I want to do, I get the box sets, or I get the miniatures, whether I'm buying them, painting them, or some kind soul is sending me them. But then I see something else I want to do. I start on something else, and then I kind of forget about the first thing. And again, I think it was with these, because there is so many little miniatures, I was really looking forward to actually like building and making the diorama. It was the thought of painting so many miniatures that it didn't put me off. It just put this project behind other ones that were quicker. But say painting these on the sprue, yeah, if I'd thought about doing this when I first got the box set, then yeah, you'd have seen a diorama of this quite some time ago. Because honestly guys, painting these on the sprue is so much quicker. Yeah, to anyone sort of saying, oh yeah, but when you cut the feet off, obviously I'm going to cut the bottom bits, but I'm going to leave a little bit of what they're standing on, just so I can fix that into the base of the diorama. If that makes no sense, you'll have to watch when I do make the diorama to see that it does make sense, well, in my head anyway. So yeah, say painting these, yeah, it didn't take long at all. Again, I need to time myself, but even then it's going to be difficult timing myself because I do obviously stop to move the camera, to do different bits and pieces. So yeah, I never really sort of sit down and paint the thing in one complete hit from sort of start to finish. There's always little gaps of moving the camera, sometimes going and get a cookie or something to drink, or all that kind of thing. So guys, yeah, definitely keep an eye out for the diorama on this, and I really appreciate you guys. I ask it every time, but let me know what other kind of games have awesome miniatures that I might be interested in. And yet there's been quite a lot of comments about other sort of board games. So the chances of me actually playing the board game, yeah, that's pretty minimal. Yeah, I'm after things purely for the miniatures, especially when like these ones, the Lord of the Rings ones. These, say, I really want to make the Balin's Tomb diorama. So that's why I'm going to paint up the troll, but the troll will be painted up when I do the whole diorama. And then yeah, it'll be a case of obviously assembling this, putting all the little bits and people where they need to go. So with the diorama, I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a little bit of scratch building out of whatever I've got, and then some 3D printing bits as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I haven't done a diorama for ages, so it'll be fun to sort of make one with yeah, bits and pieces from here, there and everywhere. And the fact I've already got now all the miniatures painted apart from the troll, but he's not going to take too long at all. So yeah guys, if you can help me out, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, leave comments. Yeah, it really does help my channel out. And saying that, yeah, now I've passed the 90k subs, I am definitely well and truly on my way to that glorious 100k, which yeah, I can't wait to get. So the other question I get asked, well, quite a bit, and that is, what is this little thing that I put my paint in? Normally it's an orange one, but obviously I've got a little yellow one as well. It's a kid's poppet toy. As you can see, really useful, really cool. Put the paint in. The paint lasts in there a lot longer. It doesn't dry out too quick. Obviously I've got a couple of these little ones because, well, this is the one I really wanted because my favourite colour is orange, so I bought the orange one. But as you saw there, after a while they do get filled up if I use lots of colours. So that's why I've got a couple of them. And I say the paint seems to sort of last longer in them. It doesn't dry out as quick as when I put it, well, in anything else really. And then the great thing is, overnight, obviously it all goes hard, or the paint dries, and then you just pop it out, which is really good. So they're very simple and easy. No real cleaning required whatsoever, because yeah, the paint dries and you pop it out. So these are kids' toys and they're called Poppets. So yeah, go check them out. So say these guys, yeah, they all seem to have relatively bits of the same colour. Or that is to say, I'll do one colour and there'll be at least 3 or 4 maybe miniatures that would have that colour in it, which is really cool. I say this is why, yeah, this BatchSlap painting is so quick and easy to do. So that's them pretty much all done now, just their hair. And I think was it 3 of them have got like yellowish hair, and the rest have got brown, apart from good old Gandalf, who's got white. Although I just left him as was. Wasn't really worth painting white because obviously he's got the dry brushed look of white on him anyway. And yeah, say it didn't take too long at all. Got them all done, and yeah, I can't wait to have a go at doing a diorama. Although, again, this is where I get sidetracked. There are some other dioramas I want to build as well. I say dioramas, they're more like miniature holders. I do like making dioramas where I can store miniatures on them, so they look really good. But then the miniatures I can use in, well, other games. So there we go. That's them all done. The baddies are all done, apart from the big troll. And yeah, absolutely love it. So guys, BatchSlap painting. Let's get that name going. Is the way to go. And definitely BatchSlap on SPRUE. So SPRUE BatchSlap. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoy in the fact that I am doing a video every day. It might be too much to be able to watch all of them, I guess. But if you can binge watch them while you're painting, that will just be absolutely awesome. So for the moment, obviously, I'm just going to leave these guys in the box. The box can go, well, back on the shelf. But at least now knowing this box is pretty much all painted. And yeah, there'll soon be a diorama battle in Balin's tomb. Okay, guys, another video on the screen coming up. Give that a click, see more what I do. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that good stuff. Take care. Bye now.